everyone, Stephanie here, coffee drinker, book lover, and reviewer of many things. And today we are going to talk about this fun little thing and an iPad and apps for toddlers. But first, my coffee is the bomb. Forgot what I was drinking. And I've recently started putting in the syrups. I don't know what they're called, but the little enhancers. They're enhancers. They're yummy. I think I'm drinking hazelnut or toffee nut. Those are my two favorites. And caramel. I like caramel too, but I accidentally grabbed salted caramel instead of caramel. And I don't like the salted caramel in my coffee as much. It is really good when you're making a milkshake or a smoothie though. So my nail polish is Gillette. That's the brand. I don't remember what the name is. It's a person name. They're kind of messed up though. It's like a dark green. They're messed up because I fixed my cat's thing and I still haven't fixed them. It's fine. I'm just gonna let it wear off and then repaint them something else. And my shirt. I like naps more than people. Man, I wish I could take a nap. Um, okay. So, what I'm gonna do, because this cute little thing is a magic or a makeup mirror. I'm reading the tag and I still got it wrong. It is a makeup eraser. So I got this and a unicorn one. This one has pineapples. It's so cute. And then I have a unicorn one also, but it's in the wash. These things are like magic. Magic. Okay. Let me give you a little bit of backstory. I got these for Christmas 3 or 4 years ago from my sister-in-law because she was like, they're eco-friendly and they're safer for your skin, and she knows I have sensitive skin. And I do. If I wash my face with the face soap stuff too much, I break out, which I've done recently, and I've tried to cover it up with makeup, which makes it worse. Um, I don't wear makeup very often. I put makeup on for these videos so I don't look like a skeleton because my circles are so dark. And you don't want to see me without the makeup right now. So I have all of not all of the makeup I have, but like the real makeup. I have some sorry, I didn't mean to hit the mic. I have some like costume makeup. I haven't tried this with that. The stuff that you put on for Halloween. Um in fact, it's just blue makeup. It's like different shades of blue makeup because I was um Emily from oh my goodness, what's it called? Corpse Bride. There you go. I was Emily from Corpse Bride and I looked awesome, okay? And it was all cool until I made a mistake. I made the mistake of wearing heels because she wears white heels. And I had white heels. They had like this little strip of black around the foot area, but I had some white heels and I was so excited and I was like, "Yes, I can be Emily for Halloween." And my toddler, she was 1 at the time. She decided to be True from True in the Rainbow Kingdom, which was fine. Um I I should have been Bartleby. I should have been a black cat. just put ears on and wear, yeah. And no, I wanted to be a dead person. So I had put on, we started around the neighborhood and I hadn't worn heels in over 5 years and realized very fast that chasing after a 1-year-old in heels is not something you wanna do. So, yeah, but we looked cute. So I recently got this because if you watch my first, like, 3 videos, I'm using makeup that's very old, and my face kept breaking out, and my eyes are really sensitive, so, like, just having mascara and stuff around my eyes bothers my eye, and since this was old makeup and it was probably, like, painted or something, um, I didn't want to keep having to, like, ice my eyes after doing videos, so I got some makeup, and, I heard that elf makeup was, like, for sensitive people like me. For the most part, I don't have as many problems. My eyes do still hurt a little bit after making these videos, but what am I gonna do? There's nothing I mean, I can't go out and get new makeup now, I just bought all of this. Um, I got this one because it's one of the cheaper good makeups, if that makes sense. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put some of these on my arm, even the stuff that I'm not wearing right now. I have some eyeshadow and some blush that I'm not wearing right now. I strictly got those 2 because I was going to a wedding and I wanted to look good. I wanted to I wanted to spice it up a bit. Because it was, like, our 2nd time away from the kid for more than an hour, and, first one, we couldn't do any celebrating because we were going to a funeral, and I didn't wear makeup for that. Yeah, it was a sad day, but you know what? Weddings are fun. Weddings are fun. Especially the wedding that I went to. They had churros. I was so excited. I love churros. Anyway, I'm gonna start by putting this stuff on my arm. Um, I guess I should do what the people normally do. And then I'm gonna talk about, sorry, hold on. I'm gonna make a bunch of noise so I can get it all out. Package. Okay. Move the plasticky stuff away. Um, and then we're gonna let all of this stuff dry. Oh no, I forgot the setting spray. Uh, it'll be okay. This stuff is pretty good stuff. Um, Normally I put some setting spray on if I know that I'm going to be recording a whole bunch. Like sometimes I'll record 4 videos at a time on a time. 4 videos in one day, and today I was only doing 2, and I was like, well, I'll have them done, before the makeup starts bothering me where I'm touching my eye and all that stuff. Um, anyway, um, and then while it's drying, I'm going to talk to you about, my toddler's iPad. Um, so this that I'm putting on is Elf Hydrating Face Primer, and yes, I'm putting it on my arm. It's a clear. I like this stuff because it's clear. Oh, where's the brush that I use? It's clear and it goes on as a gel and then it kind of mattifies, which is nice. This is so weird. I've never put makeup on my arm before, but I thought this would be the best way to do it. Um, Now I'm gonna put this concealer. It's called Elf 16-Hour Camo Conceal Matte Finish. I do like the matte finish. Gonna put it there. I don't know. I don't know. And I normally go like this. You can't see it. Well, you can see it. My arms are lighter than my face. Um, yeah, that'll do. And then we have, let's see, next I would put on eyeshadow. This is just a little elf eyeshadow. It says bite size eyeshadow cream and sugar. It's coffee themed. Oh, I moved too fast, sorry. So I'm just gonna put a little bit of each one of these on my arm. Trying to maybe not the lightest one, I'll put the darker one on. So I'll put, the solid brown one, put the I'll put the solid brown one on, and the one next to it. Oh my gosh, it's so pigmented. I got a lot, I did not mean to get that much. Um, oops. There's this one. I'll clean my brushes later. And the brushes that I'm using are also e.l.f. because I decided that, I probably should get everything. Um, so yeah, I'm just put this up. And then I would normally do eyeliner, and this is e.l.f. No Budge Retractable Eyeliner, and I was gonna tell you what the color was, but I forgot. Um, wait, it's on the bottom. Black Noir. Yep, black. And I'll type that here. I normally like this. I normally don't use such a big line, as you can see, but, I wanna make sure that you can see it over there. Look, I made a face. Um, I wasn't trying to. I did. And then I would normally do mascara. Oh, hold on. I didn't put the eyeshadow away. And this one is e.l.f. Lash It Out Mascara Voluminous, and it's a waterproof volumizing mascara. Sorry, I realized I was trying to read the French or whatever, and I was like, no, I don't read French." And don't here, we just use the tip. I don't think I can use the spoolie part. Um, and this color is probably also just black. Yeah. And I know I'm an adult now. I probably should have used, like, brown or something, but true to my emo heart, I got black. I just know it's because I know how to apply the black. I know how to do that. Okay, and this next thing that I'm using is their cream blush, or putty. It's a putty. It says putty blush, but it's a thick cream, and it is pate. I think that's the color name. So this little thing. I'm gonna put it here. And when I do wear this, I do not wear it that dark. Um, you imagine I look like a clown or something. or something. And then I have this little, lip stain stick stuff. It's, Elf. Was trying to give you more information. Power Mauve. Power Mauve. That's the name. And I love this color. Um, I used to wear a similar, brand whenever I was in high school and in college, that was like this, but it was a shade darker. And I don't think it was Elf, though. I don't know what it was, but it, like, you put it on and it looked like a gloss. Yeah, so there's all so you would put it on and it looked like a gloss, but then, as the day went through, it stained your lips. I don't That's what a lip stain does. Yep, congratulations, now you know. Um, so now let's talk about toddlers and iPads. Okay, so, obviously, I grew up in a time we're just gonna let this dry, by the way. Obviously, I grew up in a time where we didn't have iPads for toddlers. We didn't have cell phones until high school. Well, technically, cell phones were around before I was in high school, but I didn't get one until I was in high school. And I like to think it's because in the 8th grade, I went on a trip. I went to Washington, D.C., and I didn't know how to work the phone card that my mom gave me, and none of the teachers would help me. And they said this was a learning experience. I needed to figure it out. I need to call home to my mom. I want my mommy. Um, I didn't say that, but that's how I was feeling. And so I didn't get to call home. And whenever my mom picked us up, just me and all my friends in my head. Um, she picked me up from the school because we took a bus. We take a bus? We didn't take a bus. We took a plane. Okay, so we took a bus from the school to the airport, and then took a plane, and then took a bus to the hotel, and then we were bussed around whenever we were doing stuff. But I think I was picked up at the airport. I don't think I was picked up at the school when we came back. Anyway, so my mom was upset with me because I never called. And so, you know, when I got to high school, I got a cell phone. And back then, texting was a way harder. Okay? Um, because you had click, 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 click. Um, yeah. Anyway, so when I got pregnant, I was like, I don't know if I want my kid to be a technology baby. I don't know if I want her to, be all about the iPad, all about the cell phone whenever it's time. Because, like, I know kids, not, I mean, personally, I don't know them, but I have heard of kids who have cell phones and like at 6. And I'm like, who are they calling? Who are they texting? Um, I mean, I know that you can, as a parent, you can set up the parental stuff and you can see everything they do and all that stuff. I get it. Um, and I will be doing that. But I wasn't sure if technology was the way we wanted to go. We started her out with books. She loves books. She usually, like, we give her, like, we Saturdays and Sundays are iPad days. She can have her iPad whenever she wants, all day, those 2 days. Um, but she doesn't. She'll play on it for a little bit or she'll set it up so she can watch something. and then she plays with other stuff, or she'll play with her iPad for a little bit, and then she's in the books, and I'm like, "Okay, you know what? I'm not gonna say this is a bad thing." So I wanted to talk to y'all about that. Um, the iPad sorry, there's a hair. The iPad that she had okay, when she was 1, we traveled from Virginia to Texas. It's a long drive. It's not as long flying, but it's still a long flight also, and, she gets car sick pretty easily, so if she had something to focus on, something to do and, usually it's the opposite, but because she was still rear facing and, slanty, she needed something to focus on instead of seeing things go by really fast. When you're facing front, it's not as bad because you can focus straight out the window and things aren't moving as fast, but she was rear facing and she got car sick all the time, and it was terrible. And, she's front facing now. It's earlier than I want it to be, but her doctor okayed it. Her doctor was like, "Well, technically she weighs enough and she's tall enough." And I was like, "But she's only 2." And the doctor's like, "She's almost 3. It's gonna be okay. She seems to have enough control of her body that she was not she can control, being slung backwards, if you slam on your brakes." And I was like she's like, "She won't get car sick anymore." And she hasn't since we turned her around. So cool. But the first iPad she had was the first iPad ever made. It was my husband's, and, he just held on to it, and we tried because we saw this thing, a video of someone putting the bubble pop game. I don't know what it is. Like, just bubbles float around and then you touch them and they pop. Someone had that on their iPad for their cat because the cat, would play with it. And, our cat never he was like, "Oh, great. The humans are doing stuff again. I'm just gonna lay on it." So that game was still on the iPad, and we gave it to our one-year-old at the time, and she loved it. Loved it. And then she started figuring out that if you put 2 fingers and you go like this, then the game goes away. She learned it really fast, and I was like, "Oh, because this was my husband's. Like, they didn't even have all of the setting you couldn't safety program it like you can the new ones, and, so we were like, "Well, this is not okay." Um, we found Lingo Kids. Oh my gosh, I love okay, we have a bunch of educational apps. Okay, a bunch. I said a bunch, that's not what I mean. There are a handful of educational apps that we have for her on the iPad. But the old iPad didn't have enough space to hold more than one thing at a time. So we got rid of the bubble game and we put Lingo Kids on there. And it was pretty good, but it kept glitching and we were pretty sure it was the iPad and not the game. So for Christmas that just passed. So Christmas 2022. Got it. Okay. My brain was like, okay, she got the pink iPad. I'll put a picture here because I couldn't get it from her. My husband took her to the grocery store and she said she had to take it with her. that it was hers. Okay, sure. Um, so I'm gonna put a picture of the iPad that we got for her here, and it's pink because she likes pink, not, and you know this. Um, and then we got a case for it because obviously she's 2, and we thought, "How cool will it be if we got her this." I'm gonna put it over here. Um, Poppet unicorn case. I like the idea, and I think that it needs a little structure. We'll just say structure at the top, where the little camera part is, it pops off really easily, and, it's something to look out for. So if your kid's one of those kids that, like, moves things off of things, probably not this, probably not this case. But it's super cute, and it comes with a strap, and it had a little unicorn keychain on it, and it was super cute, and so we got it. We ordered it. It came in, I think, the day after Christmas, and of course, she didn't understand what this box meant that she got, and she opened it. I mean, she didn't open the box, but she unwrapped it, and she was just like, "It's not a toy." She's like, "Nah, no." But once we turned it on in the games and stuff, she was like, so we have, let's see what's on there. I told you about Lingo Kids. I like Lingo Kids. I don't know I don't know what the free app is. We pay for it so that I get emails and information on how she's doing and all that stuff. It's got a lot of puzzle games. Alexa, off. No, nobody said anything to you. A's over here talking to me. Um, Sorry. Um, but there's a lot of puzzle games, there's educational videos, there's, for the older kids, there's, like, where you can control the character, and you're supposed to be collecting the bubbles or the stars or something, depending on what it is. There is, um, dancing and yoga activities, and there is a parental section, which is my favorite because I get to actually see how she's doing. What did she learn this week? And, I can also they have the option of, you can download different activities onto I was gonna say computer, the iPad, so that whenever you go out into the car, your kid those that's only what your kid can play. They can't there's no other way for them to get to the rest of the app. Also in the parent section, there's an activity section that you can print out pages and do them with your kid. There's also tracing games so that they're learning their numbers and letters and colors. There's a matching game, and I was like, "Yes, I will pay however much it costs to get this without ads, without, you know, oh, you can't play this because it's locked." Hate that. Hate that. I'm like, "Don't even put it on there because my kid just keeps trying to click it, okay?" Um, Another game that we have is, another app is Khan Academy Kids, and both of these also have a YouTube page in case you wanna just let them watch videos at home. Maybe you're, trying to start slowly getting them into, like, a homeschool type thing. Maybe you need them for the summertime to make sure they remember things. Khan Academy Kids is similar to Lingo Kids, but I don't it's different. The videos are different. There's, more learning. I not more learning, but a different type of learning. Like, with Khan Academy Kids, there's, like, story time, so you get to flip well, there Lingo Kids has that too, where you can actually flip the book. But with Khan Academy Kids, it will stop on a page and before it won't let you turn the page until you answer the question. So it'll be like, "Oh, who's first in line?" And you have to click the person that's first in line. Or, "Can you find things that are blue?" And they have to find the things in the on the page that's blue. And I was like, "That's really cool." And then, some of their stories also have, at the end of the stories, it's like it does the comprehensive questions, but, like, easy questions. So it'd be like I remember there's one of the stories, you flip through and they're talking about being at a library that shows off foods. And so at the end, there's a question, it's like, attention to get the answer right, and then I believe there's a parent section on there also, and you can see how they get things right or wrong. And I'm like, "This is great." Okay? I love it. I love things where I can see how she's doing. How smart is my kid? Pretty freaking smart, sorry. Shaking everyone. And then I have, um, if you've heard of Duolingo, which I use for Italian and my husband uses for Japanese, and, they recently came out with Duolingo ABCs, and this one is cool too. It has the same sort of setup, um, as the language app, but this one is a reading app, and it helps your kids learn. And, like, you by the way, Khan Academy Kids and Duolingo ABCs, you set it up well, for Lingo Kids too, but you it's not as, personalized. So, with Duolingo, you set up their profile, and, the one of the first things that they get to learn is how to spell their name. Well, you get to put in their age and all that stuff, and, so she learned how to she already knew because I did this with, Velcro pieces, um, long time ago. But, this would now she gets to drag the letters where they're supposed to be. And so you learn different letters and the different sounds that they make, and, there are books, and it each time she finishes a section, it gets colored in gold, and she gets to go to the next one. She's on the first building. There's, several buildings, and each one is, higher knowledge, I guess. I don't know. We'll have to find out. She's on the first one. The only reason why she hasn't gotten past the first one is because there are a few sections where it's like, "Can you say" whatever, like, "M?" And she won't do it. And, in fact, she's gotten around it. On one of the, previous little dots, she was like, "Mama, you say this?" And I didn't know that the little circle was, doing its thing, like it was recording or listening. And I was like, "Oh, that's an M." And it was like, "Correct." And I was like, "No, no, you tricked me." And she was like, um, she knew what she was doing. She just wanted to see if she could get away with it. But that's the only reason why she hasn't gone past that. We also have alpha blocks and number blocks, but she doesn't really like those, and honestly, I don't either. Um, there's a lot like, it has those spots that are locked, and you can't get to them unless you pay for the app, and she just wants to get to them. That's all, and so she gets irritated and she clicks off. So, she also has, um Gabby's Dollhouse has an app, and she loves Gabby's Dollhouse. She has Gabby cats in plush form, she has Gabby pillowcases and Gabby blankets, and, Gabby, yeah. We've watched all of the episodes several times, and I can sing all the songs and probably do all the voices for you. On top of that, she got a big the big dollhouse, and she's got a bunch of the little characters that you can play in there with, and she's got ears that sing, but they need a battery, and then she also has a microphone, but she doesn't like to use it. She loves Gabby's Dollhouse, and then we were like, "Okay, well, let's download the app." So, we've gone through the app, like, 3 times. I don't know if we reset it or if she reset it or if it resets itself after you finish all of them, but you get to start all over. Um, sorry about that. I paused y'all so I could go and deal with the cat. Anyway, if you take if you're on the app, there's a spot where you can use the little camera to scan the QR code and you get more stuff in the game, which is super fun. Um, she also knows how to use Netflix, and we set it up, it's connected to our home Netflix, but, she knows that hers has the rainbow because if you ask her what her favorite color is, it changes every day, and if you give her an option of just a single color outfit or something that has rainbow on it, she chooses the rainbow every time. Um, so, um, yeah, she knows that she can only click that one and, um, she can't click the other ones anyway, but it's the kids and it's got the age setting so that she can only watch certain things. And we keep a handful of Gabby, True in the Rainbow Kingdom. Her newest favorite, oh well, she's got 2 like she's like really stuck on, is Charlie's Color Form City and uh 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 oh my goodness, what are they called? Storybots. But the not the Ask the Storybots or Storybots, whatever the new one is. She likes the Storybots ABCs is what she calls it, but it's Storybots Learn to Read. And she calls it Storybots ABCs because it says it has the Storybot symbol and then next to it, it has ABCs. So that's what she calls it. She's also recently found Coco Melon. I have issues with Coco Melon. Yes, it has some educational value, but some of the things that happen on the show, I'm like, "No, that's not real life." And it bothers me. And I try not to. I hold back as much as I can, especially if I'm around her and she's enjoying something. But it we're not gonna talk about Cocomelon. It bothers me. But okay. She also likes Puffin Rock, and I've watched that. That one's I mean, all of the shows she likes are educational. Oh, Ada Twist, Scientist. If you have not watched this show, 100%, well, it's if you and your kid, but you can watch it too by yourself. I totally would if I wasn't already watching it with my kid. Um, it it is a very cool little science-y show, and it has different races, and it has different ethnicities, and it talks about, in one of the episodes, you learn about autism, but on a small scale. There is stuff about other scientists, like real scientists. Um, you see different, family situations. And that sounds weird when I say that, but, like, one of them has a mom and a dad, and the other one, the mom and dad is separated, and then, one of them just has a mom. We don't know anything about dad. It's not mentioned, and, me and my husband have a theory of why. We're not gonna talk about that on here. Anyway, and then, a new character just got added, and, we learned that his mom passed away, and so all of the 4 main well, 3 at the beginning of the series, and then this new episode or season, more than 1 episode, um, they just introduced a new kid, and, he he's, like, all into technology, and then there's a girl, she's an engineer, and then there's a boy who is, like, an architect, and it's just it's it's educational, it's exciting, and, if you haven't seen it 5,000 times, it's really interesting because 'cause you're like, "Wow, I'm learning something too." Um, I definitely recommend that. If you have a kid, even if they're not, like if you don't think they're really into science, it's still interesting. They have, there's, like, little songs sometimes, and, you're all like, you actually see them go through, like, "Okay, well, if we do this and this, then this will happen. Well, what happens if we do this and this?" And then, like, they experiment, and the opening song tells you everything. So go to the first episode and listen to the opening song, and there you go. You know everything you need to know about the show. Um, it's good. I like it. Let's see, what else does she watch? Charlie's Color Form is pretty good about colors and shapes. True and the Rainbow Kingdom and, Gabby's Dollhouse are very similar. Um, they both do a little bit of education, a little bit of fun. Mostly it's about being kind and, being your own hero. Um, yeah. I don't know what else to talk about. I think this is probably dry enough. I did kind of touch my arm whenever we first started out. So now, what you do is you take your magic-y rag, you put some water on it. I think I have it on the wrong side. Um, hold on. So this thing, okay, I got it to soak in a little bit. Okay, so now that it's wet, that give it some scrubbing. Oh well, it is a lip stain. I didn't think about that. Now I'm gonna have a red spot on my arm. People are gonna think that I hurt myself. It is coming off though. So there's still a spot right here. But do you remember I told you some of that was waterproof? Yeah. Get a little bit more water on here. So normally I stick this thing under, the faucet, and you kinda have to work the water into it. Yeah. Hey, but that's pretty good. Look at that. All I have is the dark brown eyeshadow still there. It was very pigmented. And the, lip stain is still kind of there. But this thing is like magic. And then it, like, sucks it all up, and it doesn't, like when you're trying to wring it out like this, it doesn't come out. But somehow it manages to come out in the wash machine. But this is a better alternative than, using my face wash. Um, like I said, face wash too many times, my face breaks out, mostly because it's dry. And I can never get it all off my eyes whenever I just use face wash, like, but with this, I can after getting the majority off, I can go through and be like, detail work. I'm not gonna do it right now. Oh, spilled water over here earlier. Um, this is awesome. These are awesome. I wanna get some more. I don't think they have the unicorn or the pineapple one anymore, but, I can put this in the link below. Cause remember I'm supposed to say this every time, but I forget. I am a, Amazon associate, and you can get these on Amazon along with the iPad and the Poppet, unicorn case. There you go. Couldn't remember what the name was. And my coffee. And if I can find the, little add-in stuff, I'll put that down there too. Um, I know, this video is a lot longer. I just wanted to make sure that y'all saw that the makeup on my arm was really dry, and, because yeah, just wanted to make sure that it was really set in, and, I hope y'all enjoyed me rambling about, electronics and game or apps and, little TV shows for your kid. Um, that's all I have to talk about. Let's see. I am currently reading this book. I finished see, this week or last week, you would have seen the video from spoiler for the it uh Ends with Us, I think is what y'all saw last week, the spoiler for. If not, it was Hostage? I don't know where y'all are. I forgot to fill out my calendar, so I have no clue where you are right now. So you either are going to be seeing I think you're gonna be seeing Hostage, um, hold on. Let's just pull it up real fast. Um, you're either gonna be seeing the spoiler for It Ends With Us or maybe the review? I don't think so. I think it'd be the spoiler or, the Hostage review. Yeah, sorry. I'm confused myself. Um, but I am currently on this book. I have read 7 or 8 books this year, half of those being listened to. And I know that up to this point, I have read, Hostage, These Things Hidden. I have read I'm looking at the list, um, Beyond the Wand, It Ends With Us, Oh no, I can't see. And King's Dark Tidings, but I read the first 3 books of that, which 2 of them weren't on my list. Oh, if you've made it this far, I have a new app to tell you about for us peoples. Okay, so there's this new app. It's called Storygraph. I don't know if it's actually new. It's new to me because I just found out about it. Um, but it's called Storygraph, and you put in the book, like you put in all the books that you've read, and then you get a graph. Like you can go and it graphs all the books that you've read. So I've read 8 books. That's 347 pages, and then it gives you like adventure, mysterious, emotional, funny, tense, dark, sad, reflective, or the pace of the book, or the page numbers of the book. I accidentally clicked on it. You can click on it to see the different values. Um, I thought this was so cool. And then like fiction versus nonfiction. I've read a lot of fiction. And then genres. There's this bar graph here. I was like, this is so cool. Um, so there's that. If you are on this and you want to friend me, I am the dancer one. That's what I said it as, because I like dance. Um, I don't have a picture yet, but I will be posting a picture on there soon, and you can come find me and we can be friends. We can be book friends. Anyway, uh, I'll see if I can leave the information for that too. If not, you're just gonna have to go find it. Um, okay, I am leaving now because this video is like 45 minutes long. And if you made it this far, again, thumbs up, comment below anything you want to comment below. You can be like, hey, you ramble a lot. And I'll be like, I know. Um, until my next video, I'm gonna finish this coffee and go do some yoga because my back hurts right here really bad. I slept weird. And I think there was a spider in bed with me last night, but it could have just been nail polish flaking off. Um, okay. I'll see you on my next video. Bye.